Hello and welcome to Dark Souls. So this is another playthrough that I would like to try because I know Dark Souls pretty well. I've done a whole bunch of playthroughs of it. I haven't played for a while, so there may be a few things that I'm rusty on, but I in general know most of the tricks, most of the secrets, most of the where things are and how to get certain items and such. So we're going to start here. We're going to start a new game. Now, it says to go until the dragon is invisible, but, like, that would be here for me on my screen, like, between 3 and 4. But I feel like this is just too dark for YouTube, most likely. I can brighten it post, but it's probably not a good idea. So I'm going to leave it a little bit brighter, so it's a little bit easier for people to see, especially if they're in a well-lit area, or they're, like, say, watching on a phone or something. That makes it a little bit harder to see. One change, reverse. I am a y-axis. Reverse here. Let's see here. Everything else should be just fine. We'll go okay and start up our game. And we're going to be using my Xbox controller for this. Let us start by entering a character name, and of course, it will be Kanajashi. Excellent. Now, I'm a guy. I could play a girl, but I'm a guy. But we're going to go through here and look at some of the different classes. We got a warrior with high strength and dexterity, a knight, wanderer, thief, bandit, hunter, sorcerer, pyromancer, cleric, and deprived, with only a loincloth and a club, basically. Now, I played through this multiple times, and I'd have to say my most preferred playstyle is definitely that of a dexterity character. And I want to say I want to go wanderer, or maybe bandit, one of the two. Just in terms of how I want to build my character. Also, the Pyromancer is a good starting point. Its soul level is 1. That means it's really cheap to buy him levels off the start. Where something like, which one was it? The Knight here is soul level 5. Makes it more expensive to buy levels later on. Let's see, Dexterity 14. It's got Dexterity 15. Yeah, I think I'm going to go Wanderer to start. Gift. This has to be the master key. It just is too good to give up. And just, slim. Face, doesn't matter. You pretty much never see your character. So, there's almost no point in customizing them here. Because you're always going to be wearing some kind of helmet or something like that. And color is black. And that will be our character for this playthrough. Except, we'll start the game with our wanderer.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then, from the dark, they came, and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead. The Witch of Asylum and her daughters of chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of of sunlight and his faithful knights, and the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bolts peeled apart their stone scales. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath the Scaleless betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers. And man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark side. Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
Okay, so here we are in the Northern Undead Asylum, and this will be different from all my MechWarrior content because there's going to be story in this game, and I'm definitely not going to cut any of it out because it is part of the experience. But here we are, and we're starting off, and we can just immediately run off and kick some people. Oh, come on. Lock on. I need a better weapon, but let's just ignore these guys and head on through because they give us absolutely no souls, and we're just going to get through this beginning section as quickly as possible. Come on. I missed the, what is it? I can't remember, is it Dark Souls 2 that allows you to sprint upstairs? But excellent bonfire lit. Just rest there for a moment to get, I don't know, the rest, save spot. We don't have any flasks yet, so we're not renewing those. But here is interesting. If you look up, you can see the guy up there. You can see that boss before he even jumps down. which is one thing I absolutely love about Dark Souls, is as long as you pay attention, everything is available to be seen or predicted or figured out before you actually have to do the situation. So obviously that guy's up there, he's waiting, he's going to see us come in, and we're going to have him jump down, and he's the sort of first enemy we encounter. But we're not going to fight him yet because we just don't have the equipment. We could fight him, and if you do beat him with just your little broken sword here, you actually get the Demon's Hammer, which is a fairly strong strength-based weapon. So that may be something you want if you're a strength character. Ooh. I'm just going to dodge roll this guy's stuff. I'll be doing a lot of that. A lot of dodge rolling. Probably not a lot of parrying. It's just not my playstyle. Let's see here. I'm remembering. I've got my Xbox controller, and I'm remembering the controls. I'm just like, alright, this is how you play this game. Scimitar. Excellent. One thing I do like to do, two-hand the scimitar. And move through the white light. So if you come over here, there is treasure there, but we can't get to it. We'll come back and get it later. But you can look through here, and there's the knight that broke us out of jail. How do we get in there? This wall's... Oh, it looks like this wall's a little weaker here. Maybe something will go through it. But first, we'll just run down here, open up this doorway just to make it easier to get back to that bonfire down there. And if you're paying attention, you can see that rock up at the top there. You can come up and then drop off the edge. Don't take any damage from it. And miss that little trap they had for you. Now we're going to talk to this guy, get some lore on what's going on.
Oh, you. You're no hollow. Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I are both undead. Hear me out, will you?
And of course I'll hear you out.
Regrettably, I have failed in my mission. But perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family. Thou who art undead art chosen. And thine exodus from the undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords.
He's giving us our first quest.
Awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know. And I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask. An undead favorite.
And he gave us the Estus, which is our healing item.
Oh, and this.
And the key in order to open the door at the top of the stairs.
Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now, and thank you.
And he is going to expire here in just a little bit, as soon as I exit the room. But you can see sort of like the story of this character, of how he ended up here and how he ended up hurt. You know that big monster was in that main room waiting for us above. If we look up, we see the broken in roof, broken in stones from where he is. So he was obviously fighting that guy, and he got smashed through the roof. Now he's going to die. And the key he gave us opened that door at the top of the stairs there, which we could have gone to first and saw that it was locked, but I know the game, so I don't need to.
Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you up, and thank you.
Yeah, it's just the same thing. As soon as we exit here, he'll perish. And he disappears. And we get his souls. And now we can move on and fight the boss. Ow. Don't hurt me. Use that key to open up here. And move in last few guys in the Undead Asylum. Ooh. Ow, I thought I dodged that arrow. Ooh. And backstab. And now we can traverse the white light and defeat our first boss. Exciting. Now you can see the boss down there, and if you stay up here too long, the boss is going to jump up and get you. So jump off the edge, hit your attack button, and you can do a plunging attack. You can do a whole bunch of damage to him. Swipe! Dodge right at the right moment. And when you're fighting these demon types, and there's a few of them in the game, let's just play with this guy and look at his attack animations. So you can see what I'll be sort of doing for different bosses. He's got that forward sweep, and if I bait it correctly... Yep, there it is again. Now, if I'm close... there he's got his flying move. He flies up in the air and can twist around, but then he slams his butt down into the ground. There's his slam move that he does. So we're seeing all the different attack animations this guy has. And there's the other one that I wanted to see. His straight down attack that goes in a line in front of him. So these are all the attack moves. Are his great big wide sweep. And for all of these Asylum type demons, right behind one of his haunches right here is the most safe space there is. If he does an attack like that, all you have to do is just move a little bit to the right, and he sweeps, and his leg actually pushes you out of the way a little bit, and you're basically perfectly safe right here. So as he's turning, you're just staying on his haunch. So yeah, I didn't even touch my controller there. He pushed me out of his own attack. But when he flies up, you have to back up so you're not caught in that shockwave when it comes down. And then you can just get reset right back into one of his haunches. Ow! Okay. A little bit close there. I tried to not move, but it didn't work. We can just dodge through his attacks. That sometimes does a double, or in this case a triple, followed with a straight down. Oh, jeez. I better not die here. Just chug, chug, and important to note, you can double chug Estus. Oh, jeez. Asshole. I'm just gonna finish you. Stop playing around with your food here, Kanajashi. Just kill your opponent already. Okay. Oh, there we go. That's one of the... Why did I dodge forward on that? God. I haven't played this game so long, I'm forgetting what to do. Oh, I'm just gonna finish this guy. See you later. That was his other last move. That's his distance closer that he can get really close to you with. So we've taken him out, and we're using the big pilgrim's key to open this door. We can go on through the rest of the game. God. I got my ass beat up by the starting boss. Hopefully I don't die a whole bunch in this playthrough. That'd be embarrassing. But there is a secret down here. Yay, free stuff. And there is something over here, as you can see. A strange creature ahead. And this is the crow that well, you have to leave and then come back. But this is the nest for the crow where you can trade items. And this is where how you get some very specific rare items through there. And that is excellent. Moving forward here, I can't remember. I don't think there's any other hidden items. And at some point here, I'll just jump into it. Yes. And there is the cinematic to end off the tutorial.
In the ancient legends, it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
as we're flying in here, we can actually see several landmarks that we will be able to get there. There was the chapel roof. There was the bridge that has the fire drake on it. We'll eventually get to all those locations. But here we are in Firelink Shrine, and there is seemingly a message floating in the air here. We're just going to rest at this bonfire, and we've successfully completed the tutorial. And I'm not sure how long I've been recording. I really don't know. Let me check that. Be right back. Okay, and so that will be it for the first episode of Dark Souls. When we come back next time, we're going to be looking at the level up system and how to get sort of a decent early start. There's a whole bunch of items lying around here in Firelink that you may want to go grab, and just some really easy to get to resources that can give you a little bit of a buff when you're first starting. So, thanks for watching. Good hunting.